Technology makes it easy for humans to communicate and stay in touch through various social media platforms without any time and space barriers. Humans can easily communicate, interact, exchange information, and express themselves virtually. However, digitalization also brings negative impacts, one of which is in morals and social behavior. People's behavior can be read through the 2020 Digital Civility Index (DCI) report conducted by Microsoft. Because digital progress is a necessity, there is a need for guidance in social media. And the Quran as a way of life, the main reference, for Muslims has provided a resolution in socializing and digitizing. Namely, adopting the principle of Tafaqquh fi al-din to the digital world, which can then be referred to as Tafaqquh fi digital. The term Tafaqquh is a derivation of the word faqh, meaning to understand or comprehend. In Ibn Manzur's Lisan al-Arab, 1990, fiqh means knowledge or understanding of something, which specifically refers to religious knowledge. Meanwhile, Raghib al-Asfahani, 2008, one of the language experts, interprets al-fiqh as an attempt to know something that is stored by using real knowledge, wujud, visible. All of these meanings are competencies, skills, that need and must be implemented in social media. Therefore, the term tafaqquh, learning knowledge, is not only limited to religious knowledge. More broadly, it should also be digital competence. So, in addition to learning how to behave in religion, it is also important to explore Tafaqquh fi digital as a guide for the community in utilizing digital technology, one of which is how to use social media. The reason is that there are still many netizens who cannot maintain ethics in social media, so it is not uncommon for the behavior of its users to backfire on themselves, which can later endanger others. Regarding the most important ethics in business in real life and cyberspace is to keep the tongue. The following is written in the word of Allah al-Ahzab 33:70, which reads, "O you who believe, fear Allah and speak the truth." In accordance with the meaning of Tafaqquh, as well as its equivalent, there are resolutions offered by the Quran in Tafaqquh in the digital world. The first rule is reflected in Surah Al-Alaq, Iqra, meaning, read. In the first verse he revealed, Allah did not explicitly explain what object was read. This includes reading every piece of information first before sharing it with others. After reading, of course, it is necessary to tabayyin, clarify. Etymologically, tabayyin means to seek clarity on the truth and condition of something. Meanwhile, in terms of terms, it is interpreted by examining, selecting and not being hasty in concluding information whose validity is not clear, which is clearly stated in Al-Hujurat 49:6. Meaning, O you who believe. If a wicked person comes to you with news, then research the truth, so that you do not harm a people through ignorance, carelessness, which in the end you regret. The verse also explains the prohibition of spreading false news. As Baboon Nuzul, the reason for the revelation of this verse also teaches about how to behave when faced with hoaxes and slander. The incident concerns the accusation of Abdullah bin Ubay bin Salul to Sayyida Aisha, which made the Prophet disturbed and restless. The Prophet's attitude is what should be used as an example, namely tabayyin and silence, waiting for the clarity of the news, by not rushing and also not quickly concluding and making decisions. So the silence of the Prophet here is gold that can break the chain of spreading hoaxes. It is this wise behavior that Allah will bestow wisdom upon. And whoever is endowed with such wisdom has indeed been endowed with much good. Meanwhile, Makarim Ash-Shirazi in Tafsir al-Ansal Contemporary Tafsir, 2015, interprets wisdom as the ability to distinguish between right and wrong with a clear mind and a clean heart. Thus, the output is able to provide benefits and avoid harm. Shihab interprets it as a person who has a pure mind, not covered by a hijab, barrier, that can give birth to confusion of thinking. Thus, the person of Ulul Bab is a figure who is not obscured by the swift information and technological advances, so as to be able to think clearly and purely, and not be triggered by the chaotic arguments on social media, and can respond to something according to its place, portion, and proportion. So humans who have done so, we, Allah, will make it easy for you to the path of ease, to achieve happiness in this world and the hereafter. Al-Lala, 87:8. The various solutions as well as attitudes embedded in the Quran and Sunnah can be used as guidelines in dealing with technological sophistication that spoils and lulls. This is the importance of having a faqih, in-depth understanding of the digital world, so that this torrent of information and technological indulgence is not misleading but full of usefulness, not disturbing but soothing and encouraging. Wallahu alam bish shawab.